Hi, students. This is Mr. Nguyen. Thank you for joining me for another tutorial on Algebra 1. So we're going to be graphing linear inequalities today, and we're going to be graphing these in two variables, right? So let's take a look at this first example. Okay, if you remember anything about lines, just line or just equations, okay, in general, whenever you have an x variable standing alone equals to a number, like say -1 in this case, this is considered a vertical line, vertical line, right? Vertical line, why is it a vertical line? Because it has to go through an x value at -1. So the only way to do that is to have a line that goes straight up and down like this, right, at -1. So based on that previous knowledge, now I know that my inequality is going to have a vertical line in there, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my -1 line, right? And I'm actually going to pick a point right there. And I'm going to just drag along this -1 anywhere up and down. And that's going to allow me to click and draw that line. Now, when I do that, it's going to actually give me a um, a solid line, as if this was an equation, right? So to make it, now notice my inequality does not have the equal sign. It does not look like this. This would have been greater than or equal to, but this just says greater than only. So in that case, what it means is I'm going to have what we call, sorry, let me clear that, what we called no equal sign, no equal, my line is going to be broken. So it's going to be a broken line. Okay, so whenever I have no equal, it means I have a line that is broken. Okay, so a broken line. To get a broken line on IXL, you need to click on the line again. Okay, so if I click on it again, I get solid. Click again, I get broken. And there's a symbol on that line. As you move your cursor, it tells you, if you click on it, it'll be solid. And then look at the broken symbol. Click on it, broken. All right, so pay attention to your inequality symbol. All right, and then what else? Now I have to shade this. Well, what does this says? What this says, what does it say? It says that x is greater than -1. So starting at -1, to the right of that would be all the values that are greater than, right? So I am going to be shading. So to shade, you just need to click on either the left or the right to shade it, right? So if I click over here, it will shade right there. If I click it again, it will unshade. If I click over here, it will shade over here. If I click over here, it will shade both of them, right? So I need to unclick over here. So I'm shading all of these side of x that are greater than -1, right? But not equal to it, right? Okay, so then I submit. Awesome. Okay, so that's a vertical line. Okay, same thing here. I'm going to do this again, really quick, demonstrating this. This is a vertical line, and I'm going to be shading less than that, not equal to it. So I'm going to go to -4, click once, and then click anywhere on this line to get a vertical line. And then since my line is broken because I have no equal sign, I'm going to click on it again. And then now it's less than, so I'm going to be shading on the left. Left. They both start with an L. Left is less, okay? Or less is left. So we're done. Submit. All right, so those are vertical lines that we just graphed. This is not a vertical line. This is actually a tilted line, and this line is actually in the form of slope-intercept, right? Y equal mx plus b, and the intercept is 0. Okay, the intercept is 0. So I know my line's gonna start at 0. The slope is down, or actually up 3, left 1. Left because I'm negative. Or you can go down 3 to the right 1. Down 3 to the right 1. Okay, to the right 1. So either way you do it, sorry, interrupt again. Let me pause. Sorry about that, guys. It's constant interruption at school. Anyway, so up 3 and left 1. If you want to use that slope, okay? So let's do this. We start at 0. We go up 3, left 1. Notice my line is actually negative. There goes the interruption again. Okay, we can do this. So my line is negative, so I use my slope of up 3 to the left 1, right? Now my inequality does have an equal sign right there. You see the little line underneath here? That means it does equal to it. That means I do want my line to be solid, not broken, right? So I'm going to keep it that way. And now I'm going to shade. Well, this says that I'm greater than. Y is greater than. Well, the only place, I have to pick either this side or this side to shade. Well, this side, notice all of your y values are actually greater than, right? 2, 4, 6, 8. So the top is right here. So this is called shading above, okay? Shading above when I am greater than. So, and I'm done. Hit submit. Awesome. Okay, so pretty much slope intercept form. So we're going to start the intercept and we're going to use a slope. So here we go. Again, the intercept here is 0. So I'm going to start at 0. My slope is 3. Excuse me. My slope is 3. So that means I'm going to go up 3, U3, to the right 1, R1. So U is for up. And then, so this is my slope. This is how I get to my next point. Up 3, right 1. So I'm going to go up 3, 1, 2, 3, to the right 1. And my line needs to be positive, right? It's a positive slope. And then this says, I do have an equal sign, so I do want the solid line, but this says y is less than that. Well, if you look at both this side or this side, less than is down here. Less than is down here, right? So I need to click on this side. This is called shading below, okay? Shading below the line. So every time you have less than, you're shading below, okay? And we are finished. Ta-da! Okay, this one's more interesting here. This one, you actually have a different y-intercept than the other problem. So this y-intercept is actually at -2. So you're going to start right here, and you're going to get your slope of 5, rise 5, run to the right 1. So let's do that, okay? Let's graph it. So -2, start right there. I'm going to go up 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Make sure you count carefully. To the right 1. Up 5 to the right 1 because my slope is positive. My slope is positive, so up 5 to the right 1. And then my line is actually going to be broken because I have no equal sign. So I'm going to click on the line just to get it broken. And now I am greater than. Y is greater than, so I'm going to be shading above. So this side is above right here, 2, 4, 6. So all of this is above. So I'm going to click on this side to shade above. So this means greater than. And then submit. Awesome. Okay, let's skip a few. Let's see if we kind of challenging problems we run into. Okay, so we do get equations that are not in slope intercept. So if it's not in slope intercept and you can solve for y easily, you should do that, right? So to solve for y, I'm going to move the 3x over here. I'm going to get -3x, right? So -3x. Okay, so let's rewrite this equation in slope intercept form. So my y, it's by itself, and the symbol is less than, and then I have -3x, which is my slope, okay, -3x, and then plus 3 because the 3 is already there, right? This 3 that I'm talking about right here, it's already there, okay? It's already there, okay? So I'm writing it this way, that way I know where to start and what slope to use, right? So I'm going to start at 3. Now notice you always start on the y-axis, okay? Don't start at 3 over here. Start at 3 on the y-axis, okay? And then the slope is -3, so that means I go down 3, 1, 2, 3, to the right 1. Or I can go up 3, 1, 2, 3, to the left 1. As long as your slope is downward, okay? And no equal sign, so it's broken. It's broken. There are people walking in the hallway, so it's loud. Anyway, broken line, and now I'm going to shade below. Well, look at the y-axis. All of these numbers are below the line, right? So it's less than. So I'm going to click over here. I am finished. Okay. This one is the same. Move the 3x. So I'm going to move this 3x over here. It's going to be -3x. And so my inequality becomes y is greater than or equal to, there's so many, I apologize for all that noise. It's passing period and students are really loud in the hallway. So anyway, so I have y is greater than or equal to. So I'm going to use this symbol for greater than or equal to. Let me go back over here. All right, let me just start over. So I'm going to have y is greater than or equal to. I'm going to write it like that. Okay, greater than or equal to negative 3x because I'm moving that 3x over here, and then plus 1 because the 1 is already there, right? So that's my inequality. So where do I start? I start at 1 on the y-axis, and it's negative 3, so I'm going to go up 3, 1, 2, 3, to the left 1, okay? And I do have equal sign, so I want to keep it solid. And this says y is greater than mean above. So I'm going to be shading on this side. Okay, finished. All right, let's jump all the way to the challenge zone. Maybe we'll get something more interesting. Okay, this one, it's not that bad. It's the same problem. We start at 0 because the y-intercept is 0. Okay, just the slope is different. I don't know how that is more challenging. It's not more challenging, it's the same thing. So start at 0. We're going to go up 7 to the left, to the right 2. So up 7, so up 7, move to the right 2 because we have a positive slope. Up 7 to the right 2. So up 7 to the right 2. There you go. And our line doesn't have an equal sign, so it's going to be broken. And then we are shading above because it's greater than. So I am going to shade over here. This is all above right here. And we finished. Submit. Okay. Last problem. I'm going to jump to the challenge zone so I can do one last problem with you guys. All right, so here we go in challenge zone. So more than likely, yeah, this is in what we call standard form, right? Standard form. And standard form here, there's certain ways to graph standard form. And one of the ways to graph standard form is by intercepts. But that method is only useful if all of your coefficients, the 7 and the 5, are can divide 20. Okay, so 7 cannot divide 20 very nicely. So graphing by intercept is not the best method here. However, I can go ahead and solve for y here, right? So if I solve for y, I'm going to be moving this away, which becomes negative 7x, right? And finally, I have to divide by 5. So let's do that. Let's do this. Let's do 5. Y, okay, by itself right now is less than or equal to, okay, and it's going to be negative 7x because I moved that over there. It's going to be negative, and then plus 20 because 20 is already there. Now I'm going to divide everything by 5. Well, if I divide everything by 5, this will become negative 7 over 5, and this will become actually 4, 20 divided by 5, which is actually 4, right? So my inequality, the 5 will go away. So my inequality becomes y is less than or equal to negative 7 over 5x, right? And then plus 4, okay, because it's 20 divided by 5. For what I did here with this step is just to simplify this right here. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start at 4 on the y-axis. I'm going to go down 7 to the right 5. So because I can't, well, can I go up 7? No, I can't. Go down 7 to the right 5. I'm making video. To the right 5. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then to the right 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that is our negative slope, right? It's going negative. And now we're going to make our line solid. Yeah, our line is solid. Oh, sorry about that again. Align is solid, so we're gonna keep it solid. Don't click on it. Now we're gonna do less than, right? Less than or equal to. So less than is down here. Less than is below. So there you go. So what is the most challenging problem with this one? Is the fact that it's in standard form and that you have to solve for y, right? And after you solve for y and put it in slope-intercept form, the graphing is the same, right? So what are some of the things that you need to remember here? Start with your y-axis, that's your y-intercept. Use your slope to get to your next point, just like how you graph a line normally, okay? And then if your inequality doesn't have an equal sign, then keep your line broken by clicking on it. And if if your inequality does have an equal sign, then don't click on the line because it needs to be solid, right? And if your inequality says y is greater than, you're going to be shading above. If it says y is less than, you're going to be shading below, okay? So those are pretty much the basics of how to graph inequality. So we're going to submit this. Awesome. Okay, guys, you guys try it out yourself and let me see how you do, or let me know how you do. If you have any questions, just email me. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.